Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Lunar Ceremonies. This is new moon in Pisces, February 27th. Time peaks at later tonight at like 7:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. But welcome to the new moon ceremony. So I am so excited to have you all here. My name is Allie Anderson. I'm a nurse and a Reiki master. I'm from Long Island, and I am here to bring you the high vibes and healing during the new moon ceremony. So if you were here during the full moon, welcome back, and we're just gonna dive right in. So I wanted to touch on exactly what today's going to be about, though, before we go into it. So Pisces is all about emotion. We are in the new moon in Pisces. We are in the Pisces season. Pisces is a water sign. It is ran by the planet Neptune, which is the sea god, and being in touch with your psychic gifts. And if you did not listen to last week's latest podcast episode, hello, welcome. If you didn't listen to last week's podcast episode with Echo Summerhill, you can listen to that. We talked all about our psychic gifts and being shut down as children, and then finally coming to as grown-ass women, and being in tune with who we are and our divine feminine, and balancing that with the divine masculine, and that's what it's all about. So go ahead and listen if you can. Hello, welcome. We are doing our new moon in Pisces lunar ceremony. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to grab a journal, you can, so that you can write down your thoughts. Pisces are very in tune with their thoughts and emotions as well. I do want to give a little background into how knowing your natal chart. So when I say like your sun, moon, rising, everybody knows like, oh, I'm an Aquarius. Okay, hi, I'm so and so. I'm a Gemini. I'm so and so. I'm a Pisces. So, but your moon and your rising, your moon puts you in touch with your emotions, right? And for me, I'm a triple Aquarius. I'm a sun, moon, and rising. Your rising is how you present yourself. So I'm also an Aquarius. So I come across as I do. And when you look at your natal chart, it actually can bring you instantaneous healing. And my point is that I have witnessed this actually in my own son. So if you are a Pisces and you are just known as being like super emotional and quiet about it, that is one, you're a Pisces, especially if you're a Pisces moon, which my son is. So when I showed him his chart, he had this like immediate epiphany of, wow, this is why I am the way I am. And he actually cried happy tears because he gets so caught up in his own emotions, because he's also an Aquarius, so in his head. So I remember a few years ago when I showed this to him, I was like, it is okay to be who you are. And that's the whole point of life, right? Just be who you are. And your natal chart is one of those things that can really help you. So I always like to introduce people to their sun, moon, and rising signs. If you're a new client, especially, you get one for free. And then it's just kind of an introduction to who you are, and then you can dive deeper, and there's more to it. So I like to give brief overviews. I'm not an expert on astrology. However, I have used it over the latter 6 years or so to help in my own self-healing and ascension game. So if you are new to self-healing and ascension, welcome. If you are ready to dive a little deeper, I am always here to be of service to help you out. So, okay. So you want to look when you grab your journal, so you can write stuff down if you want. You want to see where Pisces is in your chart. What house is it in? So whatever house it's in, that is essentially what you need to work on. So we have various houses throughout the zodiac. Each one taps into a different part of our life. So the first house being, self-identity. So you want to, each house has a different place, and I won't get all into that, but for today's purposes, go ahead, see where Pisces is in your chart, and that is where you want to tap in. So this time, cosmic energy is also very culminating with spiritual gifts. So if you've been noticing that perhaps your clairaudience, I've been noticing I've been having more ear ringing lately. And that usually means that I'm getting a little bit more in tune. And remember, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it, per Albert Einstein. So all you have to do is tune your frequency to that, what you're hearing, and you get that message. And that's what I teach you. I teach you how to tune in and tap in and just be comfortable with who you are, no matter how you portray yourself, as long as it's for the highest good, and you are here to to, you know, fulfill your soul mission as well as do good unto others, then I am all for that. So no judgment here. I can't judge. So I wanted to start with, I pulled some cards. I wanted to start with, obviously, Yasmin Bowen's Moonology cards. These are my go-to during during Luna's big phases. So we got the first quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. So this is when I look at this card, unleash your kindest self. So I always thought that being a kind person was a flaw. Like, it made me a pushover. It made me kind of like the target of bullying and just not people, like every time I would try to do the right thing, it was kind of like thrown back in my face, or at least that's how my life went, right? So being kind, I just recently told my 15-year-old daughter, is a gift. It is a gift that you must own, because there is not enough of it in this world, and that is what it takes. It just takes a little bit of love and kindness from heart center, from that Anahata chakra, right? That green chakra. When we open our heart, we open ourselves up to what it means to love ourselves. And then once we get to that point on the Hertz frequency scale, we can't help but want to help others and heal others. So self-love, compassion for thyself, and compassion unto the whole world is the general idea. So being kind, unleash your kindest self, it's like that little that goes a long way. And I have to tell you, I've been having like a really crazy week. Usually a full moon for me has this kind of crazy energy where just like I can't find things, and I can't I can't remember things that I have to do, and technology is not my friend right now, and things are spilling. And if you watched my reel earlier this week, I totally busted my eyeball and I couldn't wear contacts for like 3 days. So today I'm finally wearing contacts. So usually those energies, occur in the full moon, and it makes me feel not. I always ground, connect, protect every day. It is part of my ritual. It is just second nature to me now, and I teach that to all my clients. So when you ground, connect, protect yourself, and then you're going about life and things just like aren't going your way, it's how you remain in that parasympathetic autonomic nervous system state where you are still like calm even though things are going haywire. So just taking note of, sometimes when things go a little haywire, we might not be our kindest selves. The things that are like, going backwards for us, or the things that are getting in our way, those blocks, sometimes I feel like they're there to test us, or they're there to test me. And I'm like, okay, touche, universe. Like, all right, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to breathe, because I have noticed in myself, like even earlier this week, like I was kind of like snooty with someone at Starbucks, and that's not my nature. That's not, but I've just been like, oh, and it's like, you have to be self-aware enough to take a step back, breathe, and just remember, kindness is key. And kindness comes from the heart. And when we get all flustered and we're in the sympathetic fight, flight, or freeze state, that's our ego, right? Our ego starts taking over because it's like in survival mode and it's going to do anything to survive. So just take that step back, ground, connect, protect, and breathe. And be in tune with your kindest self. So anyway, that's a lot on that card. That's what I intuitively got from that card. This card, these are the Irish quote cards that my parents got me for my birthday. I pulled these last time. So this card says, I always try to remember that I'll be the best me I can be if I prioritize myself. So being the best you that you can be if you prioritize yourself. So these are famous quotes. So hello, welcome. These are famous quotes. And this is Michelle Obama. So this is, you should always prioritize yourself. I can easily say that now, at 38 years old, where I didn't always do that. At 33, I finally woke up and was like, okay, I need to start investing in myself. I need to start investing in my health and my mind, body, spirit health. It's definitely worth it. Even if you're a parent, this idea always comes to mind. I always tell people this. My sister-in-law does a beautiful thing with my nephews on Sundays too. When and if, my nephews or somebody would have Sunday scaries, which is a real thing. It's that anxiety, right? it's that dread of going back to the mundane, the grind. So she does self-care Sundays, and they do face masks, and she's a house of all boys, so she gets them to like just do things for themselves, and it feels better. And she commutes to the city, and it makes her feel better about her week going ahead. So incorporate your kids. I try to incorporate my kids. We do like nails or face masks too, or just we go for walks. Walking is the best thing that you can do. The anaerobic exercise, the oxygen pumping and serotonin boosting, and you feel good, and it gets everything moving, and movement is medicine, and everything is energy and chi, and just getting things moving and flowing is what it's all about. And whether it's taking care of yourself on the couch or taking care of yourself by doing something wild and crazy, it's up to you, as long as it brings you joy and it brings you peace. And I will say that I'm not like a totally materialistic person, but when it comes to self-care and quality of products, I am all about that. I'm all about investing in what I know is going to be worth it, because there's a lot of junk out there. So just use your discernment in what self-care products you should use, is what I'll say. But that's for another day when I'm in my crunchy mom mode. So, okay. So I want to pull our goddess card. If you have ever had a reading with me, you know that I always pull a goddess card for you, no matter who you are. And you get to tap into this goddess. This goddess is meant for you. And this will be the goddess of the new moon in Pisces. I'm trying to think if okay, so these aren't my goddess cards, but these 3 cards, this is my other Mary Magdalene deck, so I should have known. Okay, these 3 cards, though, let's read them, because they literally just threw out. The red thread, good recognizes good. So see, good recognizes good. That goes hand in hand with unleash your kindest self. And when I'm not good, when I'm not being very good, I do recognize myself a lot quicker than I used to in the past. I used to like bulldoze through stores, like, people owed me something, and nobody owes anybody anything. Just do you, and take your time and move slow. And that is the idea of Ayurveda as well. Ancient Indian 5,000-year-old technique for healing. The third power, humility is my greatest strength. The third power, humility. So my greatest strength. This is knowing to always remain humble, to stay out of the ego and into the heart. I would say something inappropriate, but not for live. I'll keep that for later. I don't know what's appropriate to say on here and what's not. I've been banned before. And this is the second power. I trust what my soul desires. So I hope you can read these. These are cool cards. These are the Mary Magdalene, her gospel, actually, if you have not read Mary Magdalene. I'm a big Mary fan. Give me 1 second. Actually, this is so rude to be doing on live. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Because I want to pull a goddess card. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so after this, we will do, I'm just going to do a quick grounding and bring you into remaining resilient and reminding yourself that you are able to take control of your emotions. And actually, that is kind of what I wanted to also touch on today is I'm a lover of anything of the topic, philosophy, stoic resiliency, and mind over matter. And I wanted to also, I typically show a book or recommend books. If you are not familiar with the secret teachings of all ages. So this is Manly P. Hall's. This was written in like 1920, I think. This is like an esoteric guide. Some may say the Bible for the woo-woo esoterics. But throughout the years, I've like read through pages, but I happen to be going back reading about the sun recently, and the chapter of the zodiac that came up is, I wanted to read this because this is super interesting before I pull this. So, where was it? Okay. So the pagans looked upon the stars as living things. And if you know me, you know that how I feel about like the anti-New Agers saying that pagans are like Satan, like the devil, and we're not, just because we're witchy women in tune with who we are and we can embrace everything does not mean that we are of low vibe, negative energy or ideology. So some of us can just handle it all in the highest good and God's light. So the pagans looked upon the stars as living things capable of influencing the destinies of individuals, nations, and races. That the early Jewish patriarchs believed that the celestial bodies participated in the affairs of men is evident to any student of biblical literature, as for example in the book of Judges. They fought from heaven, even the stars in their courses fought against Sisera. The Chaldeans, Phoenicians, Egyptians, Persians, Hindus, and Chinese all had zodiacs that were much alike in general character, and different authorities have created each of these nations with being a cradle of astrology and astronomy. The Central and North American Indians also had an understanding of the zodiac, but the patterns and numbers of the signs differed in many details from those of the Eastern Hemisphere. And just that the word zodiac is derived from the Greek, everything's derived from the Greek, right? Zodiacos, which means a circle of animals, or as some believe, little animals. So the reason I wanted to read that before I pulled this card, the Mary Magdalene card, actually, I'm glad. See, everything happens in divine timing. I pulled the wrong deck for a reason, because I happened to be reading this page last night. And I just found it so fitting to show that like I can sit here and be who I am, and do it like humbly and gracefully. At least I try to be. I always try to be, in God's light, in the highest good, and from heart center. If I'm ever in ego, please tell me, and I will snap myself out of it. So I can do that fairly quickly. Which is, not unheard of, as I'm told I'm inappropriate often, which is, I speak my truth. So, okay, these are the goddess cards, but I wanted to say basically that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what your religion is, no matter ancient wisdoms will tie to the stars, and we are dust, right? So remembering that no matter what you believe in, if you believe in it, it will bring you healing. And that is the truth of it. So, okay. This is the goddess of the new moon in Pisces. Sarada Devi, the divine mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Again, living from heart, not ego. That non-duality, right? So we want to live in that non-dual state. That is like the if you've ever read the Kabbalion, so the laws of the universe, that everything is energy, and where there is darkness, there is light, and it's either ego or heart, darkness or light. What are you going to choose? That's it. So these are beautiful cards. I love these cards. And the Devi prayer is a beautiful prayer. If you have a moment to listen to it, I actually play it a lot for many of my clients when we're working on the sacral chakra for the Tantra divine feminine energies, and we're working to release stuff. So the Devi prayer is definitely one that I highly recommend. You can probably watch it on YouTube, Google. I have it on Insight Timer, which is a meditation app. Okay, so now let's go with it. So go ahead and get comfy, and if you are driving or you're not able to do the meditation right now, you can always come back and watch the recording. If you're watching the recording, I'm so grateful that you are here, and it means so much to me that you are meant to be here. You are here for a reason, and that means the world to me. Helping you hopefully heal and ascend, one little guided meditation at a time. So, okay. So everything is the breath, and I always tell everyone, once you get your eyes closed and you relax, taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, bringing the breath all the way into the belly space and the kidney space, into that Hara chakra, which is your sacral chakra, not into the lungs. I want you to breathe all the way into the belly, taking on each inhale that positive energy, that prana, life force energy, and exhaling out that which no longer serves you, ridding of all the negative and the stress of the day. And on each inhale, visualizing that bright white light energy filling all your cells throughout your body. And on this exhale, I want you to release what are roots out of the bottoms of your feet, grounding you right here in this space, fully securing you in your body. And on each inhale, you're going to bring in that bright white light energy. And on each exhale, you're going to send that light further down and those roots further down into the ground, down through all the layers of Mother Earth's, until you reach what is her bright white light energy grid. Putting your roots through, tying them in a knot, tying them in a bow, fully securing you and enveloping you in her love. Taking a moment to appreciate this beautiful energy, feeling safe and secure. And on this next inhale, you're going to drink up that bright white light energy that is of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And you're going to bring it up all the way through all the layers, all the way up until it reaches the bottoms of your feet, wrapping around your toes and your feet and your ankles and your shins, up and around your knees and your hips and your torso and your fingers and your wrists and your arms, up and around your shoulders, up and around your neck, up and around your head, fully encompassing you in her love. And we ask Archangel Uriel to open your crown chakra and allow in the love and light, keeping away the lower astrals and the negative entities. And on this breath, I want you to visualize from your toes to your knees, the ground, the green, what you see, hear, smell, taste, and see when you think of the flowers and the trees. And from your knees to your hips, you visualize water, the blue, the green, the calm, the rough, the high, the low, the seas. From hip to shoulders, you are the air that you breathe. You are the wind. You are the whistle. You are the hum. You are the breeze. And from shoulders to crown, you are fire. You are embracing who you are at your core blueprint level. And at the top of your crown opens a lotus flower, whatever color you envision. Up and out comes a white light, connecting you to Father Sky, up into the stars, up into the clouds, up into the sky. As you fully encompass yourself inside of a gold pyramid, readying you to take flight into the astral realm. Going up through the crown, up through the room where you are, up into the sky, up into the stars, floating, feeling at peace and feeling well. And you see a light up ahead, calling you forward, knowing it's safe and secure, going ahead and opening that door to your Akashic realm and record forevermore. Go ahead and step through and see what comes to. This is your soul's sacred space, your Akashic records, everything you've ever said, done, or thought in this space. There might be trees, there might be water, there might be a structure. I want you to go ahead and walk toward that structure and go through the door. And as you walk in, there's a guide there to meet you and greet you. And there's a book sitting on a table and nothing more. Within this book is all you need to know for this new moon in Pisces, so you may grow. You go ahead and take in the colors, the shape, the texture of this book, the title, what it says, what it's going to tell you, all you need to know. Go ahead, open this book, and begin to read. knowing that this is your message that you are meant to receive. It could be about life, it could be about love, it could be about work, it could be about just simple messages that your soul needs to know to grow. When you're ready, you can close the book, knowing that this is what you're going to work on, to tap into during this new moon energy. You place the book nicely down and you walk around and you go to the door and you kindly say goodbye to your guide. See you later. And you go ahead and step out through that door, out into your space, your sacred space, taking it in once more. And that white light appears, ready to bring you back down home. And you step on through. Back down through the cosmos, back down toward Earth, back down through the sky and the clouds, back down through the trees, into the space where you are, back in through your crown, into your body, bringing you home. Knowing that you are now fully safe and secure after receiving the message that is meant for your heart to know, and your heart only. You can start to wiggle your fingers, get a feel for being back in your body, open your eyes when you're ready, knowing that your Akashic record is now closed. And I'm sending all the Reiki love and light to all of you who have listened. And I hope that you received all that you need in this now. Thank you so, so much for joining me as always. You can check out the replay on YouTube. I'll probably have it up tomorrow, actually. I'm heading into the city. So everyone have a blessed new moon in Pisces. And thank you. Just thank you so much. I do this for the highest good of humanity, and I'm very happy to be here, and I'm always grateful for those who listen. So have a good one, guys. Peace out, and God bless.